Hello, everyone. This is Pastor Katie from the Presbyterian Church of Decatur, and I want to talk to you a little bit about wearing masks. And not that this is like a public service announcement for wearing masks, but an observation that I've been noticing as this is more of our reality. When we're out at the store and we're seeing people that we know, we aren't so sure if they're the people that we know because we only see this part of them, and you're like, is that? I'm not quite sure. Like, that looks like, and that has become increasingly more and more challenging. But for now, I'm gonna take down my mask. I've also been like trying out all sorts of different kinds of masks, right? Like this is the like a handkerchief bandana one. Trying out different masks. But I've really been struck by this idea of only being able to see people from here up. Now, as a woman, and I used to wear a lot of makeup, not so much now in quarantine, but certainly it's great that I am saving lots of money because I only have to wear makeup from here up because that's all people will ever see of my face. But there is kind of this difficulty that we have with not being able to see everyone's faces. And I think that's part of what feels like a barrier to us as we're out and about, that we can't see people smiling, and we can smile at people, but they don't know it. It's one of those conundrums that I've been having as I've been going to the grocery store and doing those kinds of normal things, is how do you communicate a smile without being able to like show your face? I have a very expressive face. You can tell what I'm thinking a lot by what's happening here. And it's a huge asset. It's a huge liability because if I'm like, you'll see it on my face. But it is this interesting, like, how are we able to communicate without using a lot of these non-verbal cues that we're used to giving out in the world? It's certainly true, as many of us are communicating over Zoom and electronic means, that this is all you ever see of me, and you kind of see me wave my hands, but even in my sermons, that doesn't come across in the same way because you don't see my whole body, in the way that gives off nonverbal communication. And so we're left with just our eyes. So many years ago in America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks had this idea of smize, right? Where you smile with your eyes. And certainly we understand that your eyes can communicate a lot as well. It's not just, the muscles in your face, but your eyes are a part of that. And then I was reminded of like the eyes are the window to the soul. And that kind of, out of everything on our face that we can use to express what we want to others, our eyes can communicate way more than the rest of our face, than a furrowed eyebrow or a smile on our face, that our eyes can communicate so much, but so often we don't actually use them. We don't use our eyes to communicate because we don't like looking people in the eye. So this is a phenomena that I've become just more aware of, that now that we are wearing masks, we are being forced to look people in the eyes a little bit more or be distracted by their masks. And normally we can look at people, but not necessarily look into their eyes, but we can kind of look at their face and see what's happening. But now we're left to like zero in on people's eyes. And I think that this is a huge opportunity that we could be missing, and a way to help us approach these difficult times of having to wear masks while we're out in public is we don't want to miss out on actually looking into people's souls. This is a time when in order to communicate, I'm here with you. I want to hear what you're saying. I want to listen to you, that we can really look into people's eyes in a way that we haven't before, because literally there's nothing else giving us any feedback. And I think that that kind of eye contact could communicate everything that our smiles can't right now. So looking the cashier at the grocery store in the eyes, looking as you pick up food, looking people in the eyes, our waitresses and folks at the bar, and as we're, slowly starting to reintegrate into society, that eye contact can be more important now than ever as a way of communicating, I see you. Even though you are hidden behind a mask, even though you may be uncomfortable in that mask if you're working 8 hours a day and having, as a wait staff or cashier, having to wear these masks can be trying. And by communicating and looking people in the eye, we're saying, I see you as a person. And you can pierce through that exterior wall that we build up and say, I see you and I acknowledge you. And I think that really is what God is asking of us in this time of distance, not just now that our social distance, we're still 6 feet away, hopefully. So there's still that physical distance, but now also we have barriers of masks and coverings, and it's still, our need to connect is still so real. And I think that by looking folks in the eyes and really trying to communicate with them that way can be a way that we can validate them as a child of God, as I see you. You're not just a subject or an object in my world. You're not just the person who's handing me my groceries, or you're not the person who's delivering my food. I see you as a person. I see you as a named individual. It could communicate everything we need to. And I think that's what the world needs a little bit more of right now. So as you're out and about in town wearing your masks, this is what I look like when you see me. So this is me, say hi. But as we're out and about, I think it could be important to really look at people in the eyes and say, I see you. You're a beloved child of God. And we are in this together, and I validate you, and you're not just, and I want to really look at people. And that's so important right now. So I encourage you, look people in the eye, and let us validate one another and say, I see you. Even in hiding behind a mask, I still see your beautiful face, and that I am here with you. So let us share that good news with the world. Thanks, folks, and we'll see you soon. Bye.